So first, I'm talking about my parents. They have been extremely supportive throughout this whole entire process. They've helped me from the early stages, just driving me to practice and being supportive in the car, to nowadays putting up with everything that I'm working on and all my time in the weight room and in the cage and everything that I'm sacrificing at home. They're being extremely supportive and just letting me do that and letting me pursue my dreams of playing baseball at the next level. One of the biggest things that they did with me growing up is that they didn't get mad at me, which was super supportive, and instead they had this motto which they called "have fun, play hard, and I love you." And so they said that to me every time I left the house for practice or every time that I would go to a game or something along those lines, and it helped me just get ready for the game in a positive way. And then going home, it was always kind of we had fun watching you play. It was really fun to be able to support you instead of focusing on the negatives. They just made everything really positive. And so that basically helped me go out there and play the game and just have fun instead of being worried about how I'm playing and wanting to impress them or make sure that I'm not having a negative car ride on the way home. So all that stuff kind of just really helped out as I was growing up playing baseball. So then for my dad specifically, it was just from driving me to practice, playing catch at the bus stop, playing catch in the backyard, just, hey Dad, you want to go play catch or you want to go hit some tees some baseball off the tees? It was just always a yes. It was always helping me get a little bit better, and he was always encouraging me to put in a little bit more work, and I think that helped carry on, especially as I got older, putting in more work to get me to the spot I am today. And then for my mom was always supportive. She was a stay-at-home mom when I was younger, and so she was mainly the one driving me to practices. She was the one picking me up, making sure that I had a good day, and also kind of making sure I was a good player and a good teammate. So always making sure that I was going out to the coaches, telling them thank you, giving them a fist bump or a handshake, making sure I was picking up teammates, being a good teammate, and just being a good person overall in general. And I think that helped me become the person I am today. So as a kid, my mom was always there for the games since she was a stay-at-home mom. But then as I got older, she started working more, and so it was a little bit harder for her to make it to the games. But it was always out-of-town tournaments. She was sacrificing time, taking time off for work when she didn't necessarily have to, or if she had a big work call, she would always be at the game, but she would be out in center field so that she could focus on work, but still be able to support me and watch me play, and that was really cool. Just seeing my mom out there in center field as I go out to hit, or I'm out at shortstop, seeing her sitting there in a lawn chair on the phone, just supporting me when she didn't have to be there when she was on the phone or working. And so that my parents taking that time to sacrifice their weekends, their out-of-town tournaments, for holidays, taking time for vacation, all that stuff really helped me out as a player, just knowing that they're invested in me and they support me for what I'm doing, and taking that time for me instead of whatever they wanted to do. It helped me realize that what I'm doing is worth it, and that baseball is not only about having fun, but also playing and competing and representing my parents and the name on my jersey. As a kid playing baseball, I was super emotional, so it was kind of like I was always disappointed in myself when I would get out, or if I was pitching, I wasn't having a good time out on the mound. And so at the end of the game, it was kind of just my parents supporting me and believing in me before I believed in myself. And I think that really helped me out, especially at the level I am today. Is I can't be down on myself, so I have to believe in myself. And so seeing early on that they believe in me just as much as I believe in myself now allowed me to get to this point. Because when I was a kid, it would be getting mad or getting sad after I got out, and there's no reason to be doing that. But I didn't see that at the time because I was super emotional, and my parents kind of just after the game would help me out with that and make sure that I realized that I don't need to be super emotional after getting out once. Like, that's baseball. So just seeing that helped me grow as a player mentally as I got older, and allowed me to be mentally tough and not be emotional all the time when I'm playing baseball. And then the next biggest person that helped me along this road was my sister. She sacrificed so much time to come watch my games, to support me when she really didn't have to, when she could be staying at home, doing who knows what at home, where she came to watch the games and support me. And that really means a lot to me, even though it's something that I don't really express that much. Looking back upon it, I never really expressed it, but it's something that means a lot to me because I have not been the person that I need to be when it comes to supporting her at her games, and regardless of that, she doesn't think about that, and she still comes and supports me during the games, comes to out-of-town tournaments, sacrifices weekends where she could be hanging out with friends or doing homework, and instead she's sleeping on a pull-out couch so that I can sleep in my own bed just so that I have a game the next day. So those small little details that at the time I don't notice actually mean a lot to me looking back upon it, because she has sacrificed a lot more than I have ever sacrificed for her, just so that I can be refreshed for the next game, or so that I can enjoy what I'm doing and have fun playing baseball and not have to worry about what's going on at home. And it's just everything that she sacrificed for out-of-town tournaments, spending holidays with the family and me playing baseball, and all that stuff really just, it means a lot. Hopefully I'll be able to return the favor in out-of-town tournaments if I go to those for her. When we were doing college visits, I was able to kind of return the favor. I didn't have baseball games, so I was able to sleep on the pull-out couch just because she's been doing that for me for years, and so it's kind of nice to return the favor a little bit. It's not nearly as much as she's done for me, but just doing a little bit, that helps make me feel a little bit better that I can help her out. When we were younger, we were always super competitive, so we butted heads a lot, arguing over little things, and it made my parents mad at us a lot, but I think that it helped each of us be who we are today, just the super competitive athletes that we are. We always want to be winning, and so having someone who can push you really helped growing up. Even though it looked like we were arguing a lot, we were kind of more pushing each other, and we didn't care about what we were arguing about. It was just more the fact of being right and wanting to win. Now, as we've gotten older, I think we've kind of realized that we don't need to be fighting all the time, and so we've kind of gotten to be more friends than we were ever before, and I think it's really nice having that relationship that we haven't had before. But I think that we have each helped each other be the athletes that we are today because we pushed each other as we moved along as kids.